So tonight's video is sponsored by Greg's Coffee. Well, it's not really because it's not a coffee, it's a green tea in it. But if Greg's, if you want to sponsor me and pay me in pasties, I think I've got about 4 viewers now, 4 subscribers should I say. So good return on investment. But yeah, Greg's Coffee. Well, it's really Twiny's tea bag in there, so a bit poncy in it. But right, what are we doing tonight? So everything just seems to take freaking ages, doesn't it? So we are going to start looking at not the KYB shocks, but purple tag rack. Whether about telling a difference or not, who knows? But what we do need to do first is jack it up. You can see the leak on the floor is from the old steering rack, which didn't connect up properly, so everything's just pissed out. So we need to connect that back up first, because what I do want to do is pull this out of the garage, spin it round, and then we can start doing the suspension on this side, finish the rear off. One job I've got to do, which I think I forgot to do, is bleed that brake. So I think we'll jack it up first, get that done, connect the steering rack up, and see how we crack on. But we'll have a green tea first. Right, let's turn Cheryl down 1 sec. There's the bloody volume. Shut up Cheryl a sec. Right, one thing I do need to look at is, like I said, this has been going on for years, this build, so I've even forgot what I've done myself. But power steering bottle is like way down there, and I have no idea if it's meant to be there, if it's somewhere. I don't know. I know I've rerouted all these pipes and stuff for the venting system, whatever you want to call it. Somebody correct me, because yeah, I'm not sure. But power steering bottle, I need to obviously move from down there, because that just makes no sense at all. I don't know if originally it was over here, which is where the coolant bottle was, because originally the coolant bottle is on the side of the rad, but obviously we've got an M3 aluminium rad, put it there for bigger cooling. So that's a VW Bora bottle, which wasn't there, like I say. So I needed to do a bit of Google and find out why it's there. It might have come apparent when I go underneath and I start remembering, but it seems stupid, doesn't it? Ideally, I don't know, there's big ass space there, so put it there. Don't know, but that means it's going to mean roosting, possibly having a pipe med. But yeah, can't be having power steering. I mean, you guys probably can't even see it. I'm struggling to see it, and I am going to buy one of bloody jacking point sort of adapters for a trolley jack, because there's just no sodding jacking points. In fact, I know I haven't bled these, because I would have remembered there's 2 bloody fancier. Porsche 998 or 996 Brembo calipers, and then we've gone for, come on brain, think, e36 M3 discs, so they're a floating rotor, you can see, and then there's a adapter plate that makes the Porsche brakes calipers fit. You've got a trim, some off the back, I don't know if you can see, got the counter screwdrivers pointing, but easy, cheap, well, not cheap, but cheaper than buying brand new ones. You can sort of do this. It's not a budget build, because budget's gone, but I think discs are about £200. Calipers, I think I paid about £400. Rebuild kit, £100. Pads, I cannot remember what pads they are. I think they're just like a Mintex one or something, so I'm not the best, but you know, we'll see how we get on. But yeah, that's that. So anyway, let's crack these open and see about bleeding them up. What I'm going to do is just check these bleed nipples, because that one came out really freely, this one's a bit stiff, so it's just a case of whip it out completely and then just see how many. Ooh, yeah, that's getting. Try and just work it around a bit. Yeah, that's fair. Must have just been some shit in it, so just worth checking before we go to all this bloody effort. Yeah, just a bit of shit in there. Do replace them? I mean, they're pretty clean, but just want to tidy up. But anyway, we'll bleed them, we can we're going to have to bleed these again anyway at some point. Cheapo stuff for now. Leave that bad boy in there. Sit there for now. It's ain't cheapo. £9 for some bloody 5.1 for a litre. I had my pants down there, didn't I? Cheapo bleed kit. The easy option first. Homemade bleed kit. Water bottle. Hole. Stick. Pipe in there. Bosh. There you go. The trick is to get back and tighten it up before it drops back on itself. So, bingo. When you pump it through, if you're on your own and you've got nobody to pump and hold the pedal in, just for getting them initially set up, just sort of biting a bit, as long as that pipe or the fluid doesn't go back on itself and pull some air in, you should be okay. I wouldn't do it this way if you're driving a rod, do it properly. Use a vacuum pump, but you can see it's some shitty brake fluid out there, so I'll just do the other side and that'll be alright. Better get that spunk off. Again, just crack it, stick that on. Some blue rag. Check fluid level in there, put it in, and then just pump it again. That you can see it kind of has a bit of a vacuum anyway, so it pulls it through. So as long as you let the air go back up, this is just fine for just moving it around. So doing like this means brakes will at least be something, but like I say, just do it properly when you're going out the road. But good enough for tonight's job. Shiny. Am I convincing anybody I know what I'm doing yet? I don't think I do. Proof's in the pudding. Let's actually see what they feel like. There you go, it's a bloody dart. She feeling good. She feeling good. Oh, good enough for now. That side's been done. That's been refreshed. A little bit of rust coming through. So that's, yeah, we'll touch that once it's totally done. But then, look at that. That is proper crusty. That's how both sides were like that. I mean, that's been untouched, so that's all original. Looks like all original arms, shocks, everything. Yeah, that's pretty horrendous, isn't it? I mean, it's not stood the test of time well, has it? So anyway, steering rack got to come off. We'll put that purple tag on, but what we'll do for now is, so you'll see alternator. I'm just shooting oil there. Anyway, yeah, it's power steering pump bottle there. You can see pointing in there. Need to connect these two up with the banjo fittings. Right, let's do those, then we can address this crusty shitness of Shitsville. So shitty shit wanky bugger. Can't connect this up because, like I say, with that being 325 power steering pump for whatever reason, let me show you the banjo bolts. So we've got 12, which goes on the top, and then the bottom one, let's say it's an M14, but both pipes, so the power steering lines and the power steering reservoir, so is that the feed, I don't know, whatever, feed or return feed I'm going to say, is also an M14, so got an M12 and M14, yeah, both banjos, a bloody M14. So I need to figure out which connects to which. Got these fiddly little fuckers. That's it's on sump. Problems. Right, let's get some googling, because I have to have them sodding. Anyway, I need to get the rack off, because that clearly doesn't sit down like that, does she? Fucky bugger. I'm gonna have to find out if the 325 ones has got an M12 banjo. So what I'll have to do tonight is just connect that up, try and put a bit of fluid in it just so it's not running dry when we're pulling it out, and then when we do the other side and rack and change these, we'll worry about it then. So yeah, not what I wanted to do, you know, hey-o. Right, bodge it and scarper. So just so, like I say, I'm not running that pump dry when I've got to turn this round. What I've done is put the bolt in, just put some tape around it just to seal the hole. I'm going to do the same with that. Dodgy looking blade. It looks like some Operation Blade, doesn't it? Just some power steering fluid in there. I'm just going to squirt a bit into the pump and then put this on it, and then at least it's not running totally dry. Well, this is going well, isn't it? How much is we get in there? Let's get that in. I'm talking like anybody's listening, but I've seen the views on these videos. Sod all views, so nobody's listening apart from myself. So, yeah, at least I know there's a tiny bit of fluid in there. There's more pissed out on the floor than there is in there, but at least, you know, something better than none. That's a plan B. Well, it ain't plan B, it's like plan job B, innit? Because we can't do what we want to do, which is start pissing out with that. You know, you look at jobs and you think, what the pissing hell were going from my head when I did that? See, rocker box breather there. Yeah, I mean, questionable. But in my wisdom for now, let's stick a massive ass pipe in, which don't really route that way and didn't fit, so it's kinked. The pipe's the cheapest I could find on eBay, and hence why they look shit and they've already faded, you know, it's never seen any daylight. So I am going to change these radio pipes just to black standard ones. So they look shit. Possibly do ones with this. I mean, look at this dodgy shitness of routing, and then even that bit. Let's don't look away. But even like the pipe I used was obviously just cheap shit, because it's just, look at that, it's just perished. I mean, yeah, it's been 3 years, but shit. So I'm going to strip all that out and really look at that and sort this mess out, because yeah, it just looks bodgy, doesn't it? Thing is, when I did this, I will have probably thought, oh, I'll just probably stood back and gone, yeah, that'll do, that looks good, but it looks alright bollocks, doesn't it? There's quite a bit of oil coming out of that. Got 2 spare oil catch cans which I've had on previous cars. Yeah, one's got a drain tap and lots of room for a filter on there, so I just need to decide. Both do similar sort of jobs. That's good that it's got a tap on it, but it's just like routing it somewhere, so that could be an idea. And I've already got some pipe, and I was going to put this on one of the other cars, so I just need to figure out where I'm going to route this, where it's going to connect up, find the little ends which I think are inside the car, and then get a clip for that. I don't know. It needs to be somewhere if I'm going to run this with a drain tap and the filter. Decisions. Not good. So, oil catch can is basically to catch the oil. Vapour comes out of the top of your engine, runs into it. I'll open up so you can see. Really simple. I mean, I think this was something like £12 off eBay. But if you imagine it's like that way, so the hot air and vapour goes into there, drops through here, and you can run like a mesh or some like wire wool in here to catch it. But basically got a little baffle plate and a little filter there, so like the hot air, which is all filtered air, comes back out and runs back in. But obviously, which engine doesn't, I think it's set up for that, but this just keeps all the oil in there, and then you can just every so often accessible, drain it out, and there you go. What I've decided to do is run the can there, if that makes sense. So that'll connect up there, pipe will run on top, will run feed into there, and then that runs into there. So we're going to have to get like a little 90-degree bend jobby thing to connect into that, and or maybe a different pipe or something. But when we replace radiator pipes, that, which is the oil cooler pipes, that'll run underneath that, which means it'll drop those lines down, and that'll mean, yeah, that'll fit in there. So that's, whether I'll use a filter on it, don't know, but that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Where's the camera? Stick it there. Registration wall. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave some comments. Please like and subscribe, and that usual bollocks. And catch you in the next one.